This is Pumpkin Creek Primitives. I'm Bobby. This is Flosstube number 118. This is a channel about cross stitch, my shop, and always a fur baby or two. Hope you enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. I trying to get my lap bigger. This, look here. This is Miss, she's like, what the hell is going on here, Mom? This is Miss Hattie Mae. Say hi, Hattie. Say hi, Hattie. She's not sure. Say she's not sure. She's like, I don't know what all this stuff is. I smell your coffee drink. I'm sniffing all the things because I've never been up on the table before. Say hi. She's 6 months old. Got her a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Same breeder we got Gus from, different lineage. So in probably a year, we will have corgi puppies. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, it's a pretty girl, but we only got half your face. Oh, it's a pretty girl. Oh my goodness, that's a big yawn. Are you ready to get in bed with Daddy? I know, you want to smell all the things. You can't smell all the things. Here. Oh, She's like, I am not comfortable, Mom. I am not comfortable, Mom. I know. There you go. Is that better? No. Not comfortable. I'm not comfortable, Mom. I'm not comfortable, Mom. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty princess. She's a pretty princess. Yeah. She's spoiled. She's really good in the bed, so she gets to sleep in the bed with us. Her and Gus slept in the bed with me the other night. She's so sleepy. Are you sleepy? Are you ready to go get in bed with Daddy? Oh, she's so sleepy. So sleepy. All right. I will be back once I get rid of her. Okay. Now I have her squared away with her dad. Sorry, I thought Arlo was coming over here. So yeah, a lot of things happening in this house, and I'll give a more life update after everything. But first announcement. Halloween mystery box. I still have some on sale. But they're doing pretty good considering that nobody knows who the hell I am. So I'm rather pleased. But we do have to do one deadline. So in order to get the add-on shirt, which is amazing, and I'll put a picture of it here by Stitching Goddess Designs, you will need to order your box by August 15th. Anything after August 15th, there won't be time to make the shirts, to get them in the boxes, to get them shipped to you guys. So if you want a shirt, you better order by August 15th. And trust me, you're gonna want a shirt. They're fabulous. Oh, and I'm actually wearing one of her shirts. So yeah, feeling stabby, because I'm always feeling stabby. Okay, got a little nose run situation. Not sure what that's about. Let me take a little swig of my, what looks like watered down. It's not. It's 2 shots of espresso, brown sugar, cinnamon, sea salt caramel with oat milk. Don't ask. Didn't think I would do the oat milk thing, but my husband, where one of his off-duty jobs are, they have a barista. And so he makes all these fancy coffee drinks for Chad. And that was one that Chad really liked because it's almost like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch taste. And Chad brought the recipe home, and so I made it, and it's pretty good. And now we have oat milk, so now I just keep making them. So yeah. Also, that gland, my sublingular gland, is swollen again, which I hate because like I've lost weight, but now I still look like I got a big old double chin. I got a little frog. I'm a frog. You don't know what that is. Anyways, okay. Haul. Now that I've done the Halloween box announcement, I've got my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. This is for July. It just came in, so if you haven't opened your July or got your July, look away. Look away, look away. Okay, so this is the neutral one. It's so gorgeous. We've had it before, but it's just, it's so good. It's so good. And then, of course, you know, people jump on and jump out of fabric clubs, so I'm sure there's people who haven't gotten this yet since they've joined the club. So, and like me, I ain't upset. That's for sure. And this other one is called Twinkle. And I don't recall having this one before. This is for the Color Club. Oh, it's so pretty. I have a light in here now. These are both 18 count. I did it for trying to figure out how I'm filming unboxings from the top down. And I knew I needed more light, but I've done a whole nother thing now, but I've still purchased the light. So I have the light over here. So I turned it on, so I have a light shining on me. So I know I look a little bright, a little different. It may be a little more than I need. But I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to fix things. I don't know. Okay, I also got the Starlight Stitchery box, and I'm just going to show very quickly. It always comes with a really cute little wax seal. All right, and this one was the fairy tale stitch box. And very quickly, we got that, which is awesome. Did I open this? Yeah, I did. And we got a stationery as Peter Pan. Got some really cool stickers. Those stickers are amazing. And then we got floss from Forbidden Fiber Co., which are gorgeous. And it's gingerbread, dark magic, which is gorgeous, black forest, poison apple, and Morgana. So, which I love her floss. You'll see her conversion she did for me on the Dream of the Daisies when I show that a little bit later. Hey, get in the bag. Can we get in the bag? Okay. And then we got the Beast Library wax melt. I kind of like these single cubes. Then we got a really cool sucker. Poison apple. We got some good scissors. We got a pen that's a broom, just super cute. I feel like I should just go ahead and stick it over here, or we'll never see the light of day again. We got an awesome bookmark. Grimm's Fairy Tale. It's wooden. And then Weathered Stone 14 count Ada. So I think their boxes are like two choices. The 8 is 14 count, and I don't know what the linen is. And then we got a whole book of patterns. I'll just show y'all a couple, maybe. So this one's Fine Frog Stitching, Mirror Mirror. I know they also just sell the books now, I think, when you go to the box. So that's awesome. The Singing Bone Stitch Sprout Cross Stitch. That's pretty cool. So when you buy from them, you can just buy the box. I mean the pattern. Look at this one. This is Noctiflora Design, the Rose Elf. So good. So there's a bunch. I mean, there's a bunch in here. The Briar. Yeah. So I always enjoy their boxes. And they have really good themes. So that's always a plus. All right. And I know I don't normally, sometimes I do unboxing, sometimes I don't. So I have no way to set this up. I have shit everywhere because I'm redoing, if you notice, I'm redoing some of my stuff. I bought inserts. Haven't done anything with this side yet. I think some of my fabric is going to get packed away because although it looks beautiful, it's taking up space that I need to put something else until this becomes like the sewing room again, which will be forever away. But I have a rolly thing up there that's got my sprays on it, and I have one that's actually on my desk now that has my sprays. All right, got my glasses so I can see. So I did the box update. Order by August 15th, 2024 in order to get a t-shirt add-on. That will go away, and there's nothing I can do about it because she's got to have time. All right, so I did haul. Now let's talk WIPGO. So my WIPGO choices for July was my friend Memphis Sarah E. She picked Alice by RETM, and then Stacy, my friend Stacy, Thread the Needle Stitchery. She picked Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. And I think that Cinnamon Stars was supposed to be a start. Oh God, I got ski over here. A start between a big group of us that went to North Carolina, and I don't know if everybody started it. I know I did and didn't get very far. So this is Alice. This was Sarah's pick. And I adore this pattern because it is so out of the box. So for my WIPGO, it's 300 stitches. So I stitched this on 18 count Fortnite Fabrics Liver Pudding. It's a beautiful color though. Not appetizing, but a beautiful color. And I got really excited about, let me take this needle minder off because it's going to distract. Because it is also fabulous. That's my needle minder. It's fabulous. And I got really excited because what I got to work on was a super pop of color. So I worked, let's just go ahead and fold her. Like this. So she's huge. And this is on 18 count. She's huge. So I got to do this red and the brown. And my camera is going bananas. So maybe I don't want the light. Do I need to change the light's color? I'm sorry that we're doing all this together. What's manual mean? So that makes me, I'll just turn it off for right now. And I feel like it's going to take a hot minute for everything to adjust. My camera's going bananas. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know what Ski's doing. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. So there it is. So pretty! I know, this light and filming situation. I mean, I do the best I can. It ain't good. All right. So I got my 300 stitches done on that. And I love this. The problem is I have too many whips and I love them all. Like, I really wish, you don't need to be over here, bud. I really wish like I could be like, oh yeah, I don't care for this one anymore. I don't care for this one, and like get rid of some, but I love them all. Ski. Okay, then here's Stacy's pick. Cinnamon Stars, Plum Street. And I'm doing this on 18 count volcano stitching. This was a fairy tale week. She doesn't name some of her fabrics that you buy. So, man, I started this in 2021. Okay. But, just turn around. So I got some sunflowers put in. I don't know what he's doing. Hey, are you just being like noisy or? Hey, can we not play with that bag right now? He's in, because there's so much crap over there. He's just into all the things. Okay. So I got me some sunflowers. They're cute. And this is like really fun to stitch on. I don't know why I don't just pick it up more. I know why, because I have 80 whips. But we'll get plans on stuff. Why are you in that hole? I have a cubby that shit's taken out of because I don't know what I'm going to put in it. It's now Skis. It is now Skeeters. Which, they have those inserts. They're like the cat hole. And I thought, oh, my cats will never go in there. So, like, what's the point? Ski checked it out, but he's a big boy. I don't know if he'll fit once you have the insert in there. And it's shaped like a cat head. It's really cute. Okay, so that was WIPGO for July. So let me flip to August because she's already called those WIPGO numbers, and I did a little something a little different. So the WIPGO for August is number 12 and number 15. Now, number 13 on anybody's WIPGO board, you can choose to put something there, or you can make it a freebie square, because like on a regular bingo card, the middle is a freebie square. So I had it as a freebie square, but oh my god, that gland, I'm like a bullfrog. Oh my god, look, it's so swollen. I don't know what it's fighting. I mean, it's doing its job. It's fighting something. Okay. And I realized I have a very good friend that did not get to pick something off my board, something out of my whips. So Miss EJ from Sunshine Stitchers, she got number 13. So this month, because 13 has already been called, I believe. So I'm going backwards, right? I'm picking up 12, 15, and 13. Because I'm pretty sure 13 was already called. Can anybody verify that? Can I verify it fast? Probably not. Because I feel like I would have written it down if it was called. Because I feel like she called it and then picked another number for people that had freebie squares. But then that doesn't really allow you a freebie though, right? I did not. That's May, and I'm pretty sure she did not call it in June. So I did not write it down that she called it, and then I didn't do it. Okay, it's fine. Now I got my stuff all messed up. You're fine. Why are you being mean? What is your problem? Okay. I don't know what just happened. It's fine. My books get a little weird. Okay, so number 12. So this will be WIPGO for August. Number 12 was Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches. She picked the Blue Flower Quilting Bee. So she picked that, which is a fabulous pattern. I really feel like the finish kind of takes away from it. It kind of gets lost. And I'm actually stitching this on 18 count Ada Fortnite Fabrics Moccasin. I actually started this for Zan's birthday sale back in 2022. So it's awesome that that's what she picked. And this is the loose fabric. This is leftover where I cut it out. So let's not open that and show everybody. So, are you brand new at Flosstube? No, just suck at it. Okay, so let me take my Dracula needle minder off of here. Don't ask, because I don't know why I have a Dracula on a bee. I mean, I have it in a bee bag, right? But nope, Dracula needle minder. Skeeter, I don't know what you're into, but man, you're killing me. Okay, so this is where I'll start, and we will see how far I get. It's a lot of filling on those wings. I may do some of the Quakers across the top because those are fun. I got a whole slew I can do across. So, may do that. Just depending on if I put the needle minder back on. Depends on, like, if I'm crunched for time. It's only 300 stitches. I should be done with model stitching really soon. So I should have plenty of time to work on everything that I need to work on and not feel rushed. Yeah, this month was a little rushed, but you'll see, because I also went ham on another project that I had no business really going ham on, but it was like so good. Okay, so my next number 15 was Melina from Count Twice Stitch Once, her and her mama's channel. And she picked Cathedral Woods. There's more. It's Cathedral Woods Goddess by Nora Corbett. It's this. And this was a, it was a start. Do I not have it written on there? I know. I don't. That's interesting. I don't think this, I mean, it was a New Year's start. Like, I did it January 2nd, 2023. But I feel like it was also Zamia's birthday start. And I probably have it in my other notebook, and I just don't have it written down here, but I'm going to write it in there. Because I don't think it was just a New Year's start. I feel like it was also for her birthday. And if I'm wrong on that, I can always wipe this out and just say it was a New Year's start. But I'm pretty sure it's Zamia's birthday. Zamia, let me know if I messed that up. Okay, and I am stitching this on 14 count. It's another volcano stitching fabric. Does not have a name. Now, the interesting part of this, there's not much done on this. and we shall see what 300 stitches does. Currently I was doing the Krynic stitches. So yes, I have one, a shiny. Oh, you can kind of see the shiny. Yeah. So I have a couple leaves in there. Look at those stitches, are terrible. So I have the leaves and then the Krynic. And I think when I first started it, I had to tear them out because I was like, I don't understand why this is so hard. Because I fold my thread in half, and so it's using 2 threads on Krynic. Do not recommend. Do not recommend. Yeah. So, and she's gorgeous. I just got to get out of this. I got to get out of this this Krynic situation that's happening up here. Which one? So I have this done. I need to get to colors. I mean, they're pretty and they're shiny, but no. And it has treasures in it too, I think. So, do you have treasures in here? I don't see any, but I thought I saw some on the pattern. But, yeah. I mean, the colors are gorgeous. Don't judge me. Yes, they're just tossed in there. I know. But this, I cannot wait to get to these blues. Because I know y'all are probably thinking, I'm not real sure about that color purple, but I'm just saying. It's going to be gorgeous. So, and then we've got some water lilies in this too. All kinds of colors in this. And then the water lilies are gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, that'll be exciting. Okay. Then on my pattern back in the back. All the things. It's been a while. I'm a little late. But life update, you'll see. A lot going on. And then EJ's pick for number 13. She did the From the Heart Needle Art April Quaker. So it's a whole series that I got going on. I started these last year because I could start the next month when I finished this one, when I was doing no new starts. And I told her, which I think I fibbed. I may have fibbed to you, EJ, because I thought I was further along on this because I said 300 stitches may get me close to a finish. Not ain't, girl, not ain't. Because there's the pattern again. And here's where I'm at. There's a lot of pattern left, but that's okay. I really enjoy working on these. So I'm wondering if I should try to do it last, because what always makes me nervous is when I really enjoy working on something, I don't want to put it down, and then I don't, and then I get behind on everything else. But I also have to do this in hand because my dumb ass cut it. So I've been doing Q-snap lately, but I have a teeny tiny Q-snap. Maybe it'll work on that one, but then you got to move it a lot, but that's okay. We'll see. That's okay. But yeah, real quickly, I'll show. So I have January's done, and these are on Bestitch Me something. Oh, look. February's is done. Look how pretty March is. And March is done. So one day I'll get the fold out of the middle of these. And we will actually get these, because I'll have, however I finish them, they'll be where I can just swap them out. They'll be finished the same. Be one thing and just swap it out. These are on Not Another Sampler by Bestitch Me. It's 18 count. So those will be my WIPGOs for August. Okay, quit being crazy. It's wanting to fall. All right. Then we had Ymir was running. Surprise, surprise, I know. So she was running, and we have this stitch and run, and we all have a piece of, and we try to stitch all day while she's running. And she did this in Germany, and it was a 24-hour run. And so you had to run, I think it was basically like a 5K every hour. So the way this was, you ran the 5K, depending on how fast you ran that, is how long you got to rest before you had to start again. So sometimes she got breaks, sometimes she did not, or not long ones. But she finished, and she's amazing, and she's boss bitch, and I fucking love her. Sorry. That just came out. Okay, so the piece that I stitch on when she is running, now that I'm off course, is Nora Corbett Gwen. And the reason I stitch on this is because I'm using her skin tone conversion. And originally, and I know I say this every time I pull her out, originally this was going to be in honor to represent her, but her skin tones do not go dark enough. We've talked about it. She knows. She's aware. Nobody has to tell her. She's working on it. Okay. So this has now been converted to my friend Candy, the 614 stitcher. And I have the hardest time, Candy, because our area code 615, and I keep wanting to tell you that you're 615, and you are not. So this is just now for my girl Candy, because it's closer to her skin tone. But I will be doing a Bewitching Pixie for Ymir once we get some more shades in her skin tone. Okay, let me pull off my Salem Witch Trowel. And are y'all ready for this? I wish I had a before picture. If I can find one, I'll put it here. I'm really not trying to edit the crap out of this. But if I can find where I started, I'll put it here. If there's nothing there except for a bumblebee, I didn't find it. Or I forgot. Could go either way. But here's where I'm at now. Woo, guys. She is getting close. I got more railing to put in. I've got more flowers to put in. And then she is ready for beads. She's fabulous. I adore her. Love her. Love her, love her, love her. So, she may even be too light for you, Candy. But it's fine. It's because of the shading. So I used the darkest color, which is 1866 that Ymir had. But that's what you have to use for the darkest shading. And so that is like her back arm here and right here at her underarm, so that you can get the shadow. And so then I had to go up from there, and there's like 3 colors used. So the majority of her skin is much lighter than I had intended, but she still represents. So it is all good. It is all good. But I love Ymir's silks, and I can't wait. I need more color. Okay. She knows. We don't have to tell her. So yeah, I went ham on that thing. I stitched it for like a week, and I had other crap that I really needed to do. Like, I don't know, model stitching. I got this box thing happening. I got a model stitch so I can take photos, make sure my colors are what I want them to be. But no, I just went ham on Gwen. It's fine. It's fine. You'll hear my stats in a second, and you'll understand. Okay. So we went over WIPGO. That was whips. Though I didn't have, that's fine. I'll write it out here. My focus pieces. Now So one thing I did figure out, and it was too late for the Quaker Halloween. I apparently, when I set up Quaker Halloween and the Quaker Compass, Rosewood Manor, I didn't set them to start until July. I think I thought I was going to be through with cat lovers and cryptids in June, and so they were going to start in July, or I actually was like, I'll give myself a month break, and totally forgot that that's what I did. So time was pressing. I started with Quaker Halloween. I'm not great at dividing up a pattern. Athena gets on to me because she's like, are you not counting and dividing it that way? I'm like, no, I do it by motifs. I'm like, this looks good. This looks good. So I screw myself sometimes because some are very, very heavy in stitching. So I was not able to do Quaker Compass, but it's fine because it just puts me back on track. Because I really technically wasn't supposed to start it in June, and I did. So I'm still on track for it, even though I didn't put stitches in it this month, which is fine. We got it next month, or this, well, now technically this month because we was in August, but did not get stitches on it for July. But I did get Dreamin' of Daisies because I've been doing it and it's on track. The motif, the hell did I do? Oh, it's, I mean, hell, you can't see it. It's this one, which this is gorgeous, like a little lace flower. So it's this and this. So it's this section right here is what I did. I am stitching this on, I'm having to write up the sides of these guys. Because I started it in December of 2021. It is 18 count Stonehenge, and I'm doing this with a Forbidden Fiber Co. Conversion that Leanne did for me. Some of the stuff is still Weeks, but majority of it's hers. Let me take this needle minder off of here. Here's the whole thing. I adore it. And then look how pretty. So I did this and then that and then this. But look how pretty the little lace flower is. It's so pretty. So yeah. I love this. I love it on this fabric. I love the pop of the colors. Can see the flowers really well. Showed it to Karen at Market, Rosewood Manor, and she thought it was gorgeous. So best part is this one will be done by next Market, and so I will take it to show her. And she's always like loves when people do stuff different with her. With hers, she's very much a make it yours, and so that's awesome. So yeah, so I'm excited to finish that and show her. Let's put that back in there because it's got to go back there. Okay, so here's what got me. Halloween Quaker. The next motif, like these were like, this was one, this was one, this was one. And somehow my ass decided, oh, it should do this whole big one down here. Cause like, I mean, why not? Why not do almost a quarter? I mean, almost a third or no quarter. That was the correct word. The whole bottom corner. How about that one? For a whole monthly focus while you're trying to model stitch. Now, to be fair, when I divided this pattern up, because I divided this up right after my whip parade, I didn't know I would be model stitching. Like, because, you know, you think you're going to get stuff done early and on time and all the things. You're not thinking that you're going to be mad dashing to the finish line. No, no, no. So, which I should know better because I'm I work really good under pressure. I get things done. But my problem is I also, like, I had a hard time this month because yes, I stitched on Gwen, but I also like started organizing. What am I doing? Like, this is the epitome of my ADD, ADHD. I don't know. Do we still say ADD? Is it all just ADHD? I don't know. I am friend diagnosed, family diagnosed, self-diagnosed. I have not been to a doctor and told that I have ADHD, but I do. I can't deny it. If I say no, I'm in denial for sure. So I have so much to do and I'm so overwhelmed. So guess what I do? I just start buying things and organizing. So like I buy inserts and I put I only got half of them together. Half of them are still out there. And I'm just shoving things and being like, oh, this is maybe where it goes. It may not be. I started redoing all the drawers that are over here that you guys can't see. I bought that holder right there. And those are my distress inks. And some of them are labeled. I got to label the other ones. What am I doing? Distraction, because I'm so overwhelmed. I can't focus on what the hell I need to get done. I start doing random shit that's not important. What is that? What is that? Why? Because if you just sat down and did what you needed to do, you wouldn't be overwhelmed because you would be done. No, I've made birthday cards. I did all the things this month and all the stitching. Along with a bunch of other crazy shit that happened, and you'll find that out in life updates. Some not good, some great. I don't want to say crazy but I got problems. Okay, back to Quaker. But I did it. Got the whole damn tab put in. I mean, what's wrong with me? But yeah, so I got it in. It looks great. I love it. This is on 18 Count Early Halloween by XG Design. And that little town, what are you doing? He's cleaning his paw, but he's licking the carpet. And I mean, that just sums up Skeeter, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, it looks great. This camera is having a very difficult time with the lighting. It is, I don't know if y'all see that, but it is like, wah, 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 wah. Anyways, I actually enjoyed tremendously stitching on this. So I'm excited to get to the next piece, which I didn't pull those up to show. But if I were a betting woman, which I'm not, but if I were, I'm really not. I'm terrible. That's the accounting in me. I don't. My guess is the next part is probably here. Since I did here and then went here, my guess is the next part is here, but we'll see. It'll be a surprise for both of us. Okay. So I got that one done, that focus piece. So that is good. And I did it first. I did all the stitches. And then I was like, oh crap, I'm not going to get the rest of the stuff done. Then I did daisies in between all the model stitching. And then got this big ass bird, Sir Thomas, who is fabulous in all the ways. And I am also so damn tired of him. Like, I cannot. And I always save him for the end, and I do not know why. Literally started my focus piece on July 28th. Because why not? Why not? I mean, thankfully I was just doing corn, another corn. But still, what is wrong with me? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I have a cat who's just jumping through the things. So there's where he's at. So we have one more corn left and one more part of his upper fanny top. Not fanny, but fan. His plumage. I don't know. Whatever the frick that is. Okay. Yeah. And another corn. I think I'm gonna... I don't know. I was like, I think I'm going to do this one first, but I have an extra WIPGO. But I will finish my model soon. So I think I do want to do the heavier stitching, because September is going to be packing boxes, mailing boxes. Everything's going to be boxes. So I would rather get stuck with corn in September, and let's do back feathers, because I'm going to have to do some rearranging and ripping out here. Like, see how I've got a thread right there because I haven't finished, because I had to start this way. I knew everything was right, and then I started going this way so I can fix what's wrong here. And I may not need to fix it. I maybe need to fudge it, and I may not care. It's mine. It may not be perfect, and it's fine. It's mine. So we'll see how I feel about it. Speaking of things that are mine, Electra went to the fair. She is at the fair. I need to look at when I need to pick her up. Fair hasn't started yet, but she is at the fair to hopefully win a ribbon. I don't know. I don't know what the competition looks like. Chad works after close, but he said he's got access to the building. So he's going to go in there and scoop for me and take pictures of, if they may only have winners displayed. I don't know if they're going to judge. It depends on how many entries they have. They either show everything and have the ribbons, or they only show winners. So, which is fine, because if I'm not a winner, I want to see the winner. So whatever he can scoop out for me, I told him, I was like, okay, you need to go in there, and then you need to FaceTime me, or I need pictures. And you got to take good pictures, because I need to know what I'm up against. I need to know what's in this county. What is in this county that I'm up against, right? Because next year could be Sir Thomas if he doesn't look crazy out of whack with my mistakes. Because the hell, they don't know. They're not looking at the pattern and being like, oh, she didn't do this right. So Sir Thomas may go next year. You can only put one piece in. It's the most bizarre. There's no good categories like humanoids or animals or nope. It's just counted cross stitch. You can enter one, and you have to have it finished within has to be 24 months. You have to have had finished it within 24 months of the fair date. So Electra barely, because I wanted to take her last year and I was 2 days late on getting her registered. So she made it by like 3 months. She was able to go in. So Sir Thomas may go in. Gwen may go in. That's another possibility. Daisies may go in. Dreaming of Daisies. I mean, that will be done. I don't know. And you could only do one. That sucks. Maybe I should make Chad put one in as his name. He took her in for me, and I said, did they think you stitched it? And he goes, no. And he was fully uniformed, and of course now they have the tactical vest, so he's got all the stuff strapped to his ass and looks really aggressive, and I'm like, he's going in with his little cross stitch. I was like, are you sure they didn't think it was yours? He's like, no. I was like, okay. All right, so that is all the focus pieces. Now, that being said, let's look at some statistics, shall we? I'm still keeping up with my notebook, all the things. So I'm still keeping, I haven't been reading. Well, I mean, I've been listening to podcasts. I haven't been reading. So I'm ultimately failing. There's no more books that are getting added back here. I'm sorry. I'm complete failure. I haven't even finished Crooked Kingdom. That's not true. This is not even updated, because I'm on King of Scars by Lee Barduga. Anyways, okay, but I'm stuck and I haven't pushed through on that second book, which is something wolves. But anyways, I have been doing, can I show this? That's not July. Okay, so yeah, I failed a little bit. That is still June. So yeah, so I kind of failed a little bit. I gotta make sure stuff doesn't have. So this is like June. I had my pictures in and my stitch counts, but I don't have, and I can't really show y'all July because lots of models. Yeah, there's a model on that page. but anyways, there's not a model on that one. But so I got to fill in my pages because they should look like, make sure there's not a model on this page. They should look like this because this is what I do. But okay, so let's get back to July because y'all don't care. All right. So my stitches for the month of July. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Let me just go through what they were for the year. January, 5,890 stitches. February, 4,605 stitches. March, 4,985 stitches. April, 6,696 stitches. May, 9,308 stitches. June, 6,704 stitches. July, 11,086 stitches. What? That is a total so far for the year of 274 stitches. Now, I've already stitched a couple days into August because we are August 3rd. Did I even say the date at the beginning of this? I don't think I did. Well, damn it. It's fine. It's August 3rd. So I'm already a couple days in stitching because I was stitching on the model at nighttime because I have a wonderful place to stitch on my couch now. And so at night when I'm like, I don't want to go upstairs and stitch, I can stitch on this couch. So I'm getting like at least 200 and something, 300 stitches a night, in between taking the boys outside and the girl. So that being said, I'm actually at like 49,930 stitches as of right now. So 70 stitches away from 50,000. Yeah. So I wrote down my stats. So yeah, I'm super excited. So that's good. Okay. So plans, same old, same old. We're going to do WIPGO. We're going to do focus pieces. We're going to get this stuff knocked out. The biggest plan situations that I have is obviously getting that box, getting all the things in. I got most of it in, most of it's packed up, most of it's already like in the little packaging. Just got a few more things that are coming, and yeah, I'm excited. So almost done with my third model stitch. What are y'all doing? So yeah. Also, side note, warning. I, from IKEA, bought 2 more IKEA carts. And of course, there's stuff that I had shipped here when I bought the inserts. They have baby carts. Did anybody know they have baby carts? I didn't know they had those baby, whatever, whatever the hell those carts are called. You know, I'm talking about the 3 bay carts. These are tiny. I got them in white, which is fine. But I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to put on them because nothing fits right. They are tiny. Like, not even my bag that's got my diamond painting. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll make this the diamond painting one and take my bigger cart. Nope. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, sorry. Because when I looked over there, it's squirrel. Remember that part about the ADHD? Nope. Okay, so plans, just the normal. All right. Life updates. Let's start off with not great news and then we'll go to good news, okay? Because I want to end this on a positive note. And there will be videos at the end of this of the boys meeting Hattie for the first time. Oh, did I say her name was Hattie Mae? I think I did. Them meeting her for the first time. And the videos are not great because we introduced them with everybody on a leash at first just to make sure in case something didn't go good, we had, control. So the Lucian one is a little rough because I caught up in so there's a lot of grass without the dogs. So, but I'll have those at the end of this. So the not great news is my dad is not doing great. So he's been on hospice for a few weeks now. As of Monday, the hospice nurse said that he probably has 2 to 3 weeks. I don't think he's going to make it through next week, to be honest. We're at the point where he doesn't have the strength to suck through a straw, so we're having to do the sponge in the water or whatever drink he wants, just to moisten his mouth, and so he gets a little bit. He's not eating much, a couple bites of applesauce and stuff, and that's how Mom's giving him his meds that he needs. So I do not think it's going to be long. Part of why this video is a little late, because last weekend, between the stitching and going over there helping Mom and all the things, and I just didn't have the spoons, you know. I didn't have the spoons to do this. So yeah, now he's 91, so he has lived an amazing life, and I'm gonna do all this, and I'm not gonna cry, okay? I'm not gonna do it. He's my best friend, he's my everything. But I've also dealt with having a father who is much older for most of my life, and knew that, like, this was going to happen way sooner than you ever want it to, period. But that's everybody, right? Because my mom, why is my chin that weird color right there? My mom is 73. So my biggest problem that I have now, which is actually, I feel like, helping me cope, maybe, or helping me process better, is she's caretaking him all day. Like, Chad's over there twice a day helping, because my dad slides down the bed. So Chad has to pick him up and pull him back up in the bed. And I'm over there every night after work. I'm over there to, like, today's Saturday, so I don't go over there on Saturdays, but I will probably go today. When Chad goes to pull him up in bed, we'll both go this afternoon. And I'll be over there for a few hours on tomorrow, because I normally go over there to let my mom go to church, but she doesn't know she's going to go to church tomorrow. So I'm still going to go over there and hang out with her some too. But it's slowly killing my mother, right? She's exhausted. She's not getting any sleep. He sleeps a lot, and then he wants to talk all night, and you can't understand him. Like, he is there. He knows what is going on. He's trying to answer, and he knows, because sometimes when you can't understand what he's saying, he is actually talking about whatever it is that we're talking about, right? So he has the wherewithal, but tongue's getting dried, feels like it's too big for his mouth, and he just can't get the words out, and it's a very soft whisper. And then he gets frustrated because none of us know what he's saying, and that part is terrible. I wish I knew what he was saying, because it'd be one thing if I knew it was just garbled mumbles of nothing, but I know it's not. He's actually, like, commenting on whatever we're talking about and stuff. So that part is difficult, but so she's not sleeping at night because he wants to talk all night. And then she's like, honey, I got to sleep. And he's like, but I want to talk. Well, she's not going to tell her husband no, because it may be the last time she gets to talk to him. So she's not getting sleep. And I told her, I said, Mom, it's like an infant. When he takes a nap, you need to take a nap. But that's so hard as an adult to try to get in that routine. So people from church come and hang out with them, and she's got a nurse's aide that comes and sits with them so she can, like, take a shower and so she can go to the store. And then my aunts and uncles have been, you know, coming and whatever, but it's just, she's wore out. She's wore out. It's time. And I don't want it to drag out, because I don't want it to affect her health, because she's 70, she's only 73, right? But yeah, so he's still the character that he is. He's still, you know, cracking jokes when you can understand what he's saying. And I got the sun coming in and peeping in on me. But yeah, so last night, I guess it was 2 nights ago, I was in there by myself with him. No, I guess it was last night. And I was holding his hand, and he said, I want to go home. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to answer that, right? And I said, because I was raised in a religious house. And I said, well, because he also gets a little confused, because you got nurses coming in and stuff. And so sometimes, and visitors a lot. And so I think sometimes he thinks he may be at that NHC, that rehabilitation center. And so I told him, I said, Dad, you're at your earthly home. I don't know what to say. And he goes, And I was like, but if you want to go to your heavenly home, go. And he goes, not yet. And I was like, okay, I'm not, no, I'm not pressuring you. It's your call, man. It's like, I just want you to know that if that's what you're wanting, then you do it. But he's getting to the point where I think he's seeing things and he's talking to people that aren't there and, grabbing the, like they do when they're in transition. And so I do not think it's going to be long. I don't know when. And he's being cremated, so there will be a celebration of life. And so that'll probably be at least 3 weeks or so from whenever it happens. We'll try to do it like on a Sunday to where people from Mom's church and stuff everybody can come, and his family has the opportunity to make travel plans and all the things. So, yeah. And it's one of those things where like, you just don't know when. And so it's not if, it's when, right? So dealing with that and trying to be strong for my mom, but also she's trying to be strong for me. So it's, and Chad's trying to be strong for everybody. But yeah. So, yeah. And so in other news, on the happier news side, right? I quit my job. I have another job. Unfortunately, it's not my website. It's not my shop. It's not crafting all the time. After 14 and a half years, I can't do that drive anymore. My drive was about an hour in, a little more than an hour home. I wanted to be, which is 10 hours a week, that I'm in my car, not doing productive things. And, I really wanted to be able to stay with my mom longer in the afternoon before I had to get home to feed the dogs and take the dogs outside when Chad's at work. And, I don't think my dad is going to make it until the switch because, I had to do like a 30-day notice or whatever. And I still got 2 more weeks of that. So before I start my new job, which is also a little on the weird side. And I know this is not what I should think about, but this is my analytical brain and I can't help it. I'm like, okay, so when my dad does pass, how weird is that I take time off in my notice? And granted, my boss would be like 100% absolutely, but at the same time, I got stuff I got to do. So it's like, ugh. And then also you don't want to start a brand new job and be like, hey, yo, by the way, I know like I started 2 days ago, but now I need bereavement. So, which again, they're fabulous. And I know they would understand. And I know that's not the problem with problems. It's just, this is what my brain does, right? It worries about these things when I know it's all going to work out. It'll all be fine. The whole thing, depending on like when it happens, like there may definitely be a day that I need to take to be with my mother and all the things, but celebration of life will probably be weeks afterwards. It'll be on a weekend. It's not going to affect me. And why in the hell I am worried about my father's death affecting when I'm at work and not at work, I do not know, but that's my brain and it's sad and I hate that. And who cares, right? It's about my family. Who cares? Okay. Can't help it. It's what the brain does. We can't help the brains, but I'm very excited about my new job. I'm very excited. So I'll be close to home. It'll be about 25 minutes from the house. So that is exciting. Be doing basically still a controller, but basically more focused on just the construction, like residential and multifamily construction versus currently I do the construction division. We have property management division. We have a boutique hotel. We have the real estate side. I do HR. I do payroll. I'm the insurance facilitator, manager, or whatever. So they have HR department. They have all that. They don't have property management. So I literally would only be focusing on like currently like one division and whatever. So I'm very, very excited. And I'm trying to not get blinded by the sun. So here's one thing advice I have, little PSA. I do not advise for you to do a Halloween mystery box, get a new puppy, get a new job, and have a dying father all at the same time. Not advised. Not advised. 0 out of 10. Although I will tell you, it really provides a lot of distraction for me from my dad, which is good when I need it, right? Because I don't want to dwell. Because then I don't want to get, and then you just go downhill from there. And I don't want to be in a deep depression that I can't get out of. I thought I do want to share one thing, and I've shared it before, but I'm going to share it, and then we'll have happy dog videos. So just so you know, the kind of dad that I have, right? So I was upset when I was younger. So this was 1984. So I would have been, well, this was July of 84. So I would have been, let's see, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. I'd have been 6. I was very upset because I was like, they have a Mother's Day and they have a Father's Day. Why do we not have a Children's Day? Not knowing, hello, Children's Day is every day. Let's be honest, right? So my dad made me a happy Children's Day card. And I was in love with Michael Jackson when I was 6 and 7 years old. My dad cut out a picture from a magazine of Michael Jackson, and he did bubble letters and colored them in with crayon and then put love you, mother and dad. The smiley faces I think I put on here. But I still have this. 1984. So apparently July 4th is Children's Day. But yes, my dad made me a Children's Day card. He's the bestest. Yeah, but I will tell you, I am very, very, very fortunate to love somebody so much that they will be missed, right? Yeah, so I'm sorry now I'm leaving back on a sad note, but dog videos, happy dog videos, okay? And I will see you guys in a month. Don't forget Halloween mystery boxes. If you want a shirt, August 15th, cut off. Psh, no more shirts after that, because she's got to have time to make them. I hope you guys have a wonderful stitchy month. I will see you back at the end of August. Until then, bye. And now you're not doing the things. Oh, you're going to pee there too? You gonna scratch it out? Hey Gus, why don't you smell her and not where she peed? She's gonna smell where you peed. It's a nice big pee party. Good job, you smell her. Let her smell you. Good job. Say good job. Quit scratching. Say hi. Oh, let's not choke you with it. Let's not get that wrapped around you.
Did Imogene get to see her?
No, we just got home.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were even.
No, we just got home with her.
So you haven't been to Bob's?
I didn't go to Bob's tonight.
Look at that tail.
Bobby took care of her day. So.
Lucy Patoozy. Oh, careful. I know you're excited. Oh, oh, oh. You okay?
Get out. He's gonna bite your ass.
You got some fancy looking shoes on.
She's pretty interested in what Lucy Patoozy is doing. What's he
You got
doing?
slobbers all over your face for sure.
So his hair.
Jasper,
Oh my goodness.
be gentle. Gentle. Those little tails. He's so excited.
Yeah.
She's not sure. She's not sure. Hey, Miss Thing. Hi, Miss Thing. Hey, Miss Thing.
Come on.
she's chasing him. Lucia wants to chase. Easy, buddies. Easy, buddies.